Welcome back to this week's episode of Fates Apart, our bi-weekly actual play game that will be hosted on Bardicdice's YouTube and Spotify every other Thursday at 7:30 CST. Hello guys, and welcome back to Fates Apart. As we jump into tonight's game, we'll go ahead and see as the camera begins to zoom in on our eccentric gnome, the large wizard crystalline tower in the middle of Major Arcana. A bit of a weird bluish red bird flying past the window as the water genasi is putting up the book and kind of turning to the third chapter as she's removing some tools from another story that had just finished prior as they're finishing up the wrapping notes. Keeping eyes on another adventure in a far-off world of potentiality, but we lay it down and beginning to whirl in the crystal, the orb seems to go in pattern, and the gnome steps up and is a little bit worried. Oh dear, if we're going to try and help at all and try and figure out exactly when this occurred, for record's sake, of course, we need to figure out exactly what happened and who survived. It's been weird ever since the crash. We haven't been able to find any of the four that we'd been following before, but maybe they'll surface enough if we keep on watching. And just as he does, his hand goes to the quill and pen and begins to write. And she goes, oh, well, I guess they reappeared. As now our story continues, left off on a bit of a cliffhanger last time. The new ship that you guys had been riding had been attacked by an assassin. One that seemed to even target you all as well, poisoning the entire ship. You were able to defend yourself, and at the end, working together, were able to just seemingly bring the edge of the ship up at a crash landing. And with your magics together, bearing some sort of shield, darkness befell all of you, and you found yourselves almost floating at the bottom of the water, greeted by what seemed to be spirits, Sina Una and Tropica, bequesting you, after you proved your worth and your transparency, to aid the island, to go to the middle and revive its heart. But now all of you will go ahead and do a wake-up roll-off as darkness bequests you again, and now pain and dried lips, sun-kissed burns on your face. Some of you feel pools of liquid baking up against your body and face as well. We'll have you all roll off to see who wakes up first and sees what.
Well, I wasted a natural 20, so...
Oh, no!
It's not a waste to wake first.
7.
11.
7, 11.
16.
And 16. Perfect. So, boom, boom, boom. Okay. Osric, give me a perception check.
Perception. Oh, boy. 19.
19. Your blurred vision begins to open up as you are feeling the silky bit of sand against your face. Lapping of water and waves of salt crash your lips, but they are dried. You wake up and realize you are on an edge of a beachfront coastal area, and you kind of take your bearings. The sun is mid-high, clear in the day, and as you look up, you realize you are on some sort of ring island of Sina Una. And as you look around, where you're at is in a beachfront that curls around like a circle. And as you're looking out and feel the waves hitting you, there's debris floating everywhere. And you do see a few bodies as well. You're looking around. There are wood, food, clothing. You can even see in the distance in the bushes a body. You don't know if they're alive or not. But when you look around, you can see this kind of calm, and it just laps the waves at your feet. You are exhausted at one level of exhaustion with everything that happened, but you are alive. And you feel the sun hitting down on you as the dehydration of a crash landing and maroon kind of hitting you, that you guys have, or you have survived a crash landing here on a deserted island. As the beachfront circles around in that cove like a circle, what takes your attention with a 19 though is that as the water's calm and bright blue, you can see through everything. There are fish going through it as well, and a little coral. It seems that the water hits some sort of crashing point at the edge and opening of this bay. And it seemed like it would be a little hard to get out. So it kind of crashes in, and then the water kind of settles and then flows into the beach. And it's a ring. Behind you, though, and there's palm trees here, it seems like there's this part of an island. You can see off in the distance another bit of the island that feels like it's probably associated with this one. But you're not sure if it's connected or if there's some sort of sand shawl or exactly how. But it just seems like this ringlet. And the majority of the ship has like kind of decimated, but there's a big chunk of it that's kind of laid, stuck in the sand, kind of cracked. It's beyond repair from what you can see. However,
Fine.
as you look around, you do see the orange hair and clothing of Arasan sort of up about 30, 50 feet along the beach, feet out from a bush and just kind of lapping just on the edge of the water as well. Just starting to kind of waken if you want to do anything.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. He's gonna slowly get up, kind of just rub his head a little bit, and yeah, make his way over to Arasan if that's the one of his friends who he saw first. He's honestly probably ignoring any other bodies or anything like that on the way, just going for the people that he knows.
Perfect. One last thing you notice with the perception check? You don't have a shadow.
That's okay. It's cool. We don't need it.
As you are walking along to him, your foot does catch a bag, a little bit of a bag that's on some sort of body, including if you wish to look at it or not, but you can head over to Arasan, so you kind of get your foot free.
Yeah, he'll head to Arasan first. He figures there's probably enough time to go through all the stuff afterwards.
Yeah, definitely. Arasan, you're just starting to come to. Give me a perception check as you do.
It's a 12.
12. Yeah, you kind of coming to. You kind of see pretty much everything the same. You don't quite notice the coral front. You kind of see the waves, but you're not sure exactly what's causing it to crash, which Ozark had seen as like kind of some coral reef barrier right at the edge there, kind of starting it crashing over. And you can tell that you're in some sort of ring of an island, but you're not sure how far back it goes, or you don't see that other island as well, but you do see kind of coming up to you, Ozark. And you can see the debris and everything else around you.
Just flip over onto my back. Well, I don't think I'm dead. Are you dead?
Yeah, he could be, but I hope not. I'm going to assume that I'm not anyways.
I hurt enough that I don't think I'm dead.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at as well. Should we see if we can find the others? How are you feeling? Can you move?
I can move. It's just I don't necessarily want to.
I get that. Well,
Mind helping me up?
absolutely.
Get your hand out.
You also
He'll
have
help as much as he can with his scrawny frame.
a level of exhaustion.
Yep. Brush myself off. Well, kind of got thrown further from the rest of you there early on. Any idea what the others might be?
Unfortunately, no, but may as well start looking.
Actually, I have all my parts. Oh. Recorrect my a little bit. Crooked at the moment.
Looks good.
Thanks. Ah, nice and soft crusted. At least we can change the scent a little.
It fits with the island theme.
That's it.
All right.
That's Ungen. And I add a little bit of extra scent to us, not splintered, burnt wood.
As you do, also give me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Ooh, the first one was a dirty 20. All right, 11.
11.
Thanks for the exhaustion.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, everything looks just like normal. Kind of the
Cool.
absorption of magic and then kind of release as just kind of this his kind of normal aspect and quality of the magic kind of take place, and you don't think twice of it. For now.
Well, shall we get moving?
Sure. At the very least, we might be able to see Zinnia's hair.
Keep an eye out for some food while we're walking too. Next one, find.
I'm sure there will be at least some of that around.
You good fisherman.
I wouldn't say good.
So let's make sure we keep an eye out for rations.
Probably for the best, yes.
And as you do, just even a quick look around, you can see many boxes of supplies, suitcases. There's plenty of different things that are kind of busted open, barrels that you can go check if you wish.
If there's anything nearby the beach, definitely stop and grab.
Okay. You guys are in the middle of if the barrier reef circle, right? Let's say at the top is where that is, right? And the circle is kind of this main bay. There's a ship down here at about 6. That's the cracked kind of main body of the ship. That's kind of half on the coast and half kind of going into the water and submerged and then kind of hitting some of the trees. That would be at 5 o'clock. You guys are at about 10. You can either go a little bit further up towards the barrier, and there are some rocks and a little cove that you can't quite see past over there, or you can kind of head back counterclockwise if you wish as well.
I also have another thought, Osric.
Sure.
If we think that they're okay, like we were okay, we can start a fire so they know where we're at.
Tempting, but I don't think I would be able to focus until I know for sure.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to help.
Do
I'm
we
trying to get out of it. I'm just worried, we walk one way and they walk another way, and then we just start circling each other.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, what we could do is, if you'd like, me and you can split up. One goes north, one goes south. See who we find, and then meet back here in
Ah, yes.
20 minutes.
The old split up technique. That worked so well for me when I was getting stabbed.
Fair enough.
No offense, we needed to make sure that goes well. Okay, I'm just saying. Right now, I'm still hurting quite a bit, and I'd rather just
Yeah.
get together.
I can understand that. Which way is like a shorter path, I guess. Like, would we
The
be able to
shorter
tell?
path
Or...
would be kind of getting closer to the barrier reef and that kind of cove
Okay,
of
thought so.
rocks. You would be starting to go back the whole entire circle, and
Gotcha.
your little bit of island stretches from like 11 to like 9, 7, 8, 9 o'clock sort of thing, and then there's a little bit of water before another. It's like a sand bar. It's like you're not sure exactly how deep, but it looks like there's a little bit of water dip, and then another like island bar.
Okay. Should we check up by the barrier first, and then if they're not up there, come back down?
It's a good question. No? Try some. Actually, you know what? That doesn't matter at the moment. Yes, let's head that way.
Sure. I was going to ask if you had any magic or anything like that you could do, but
The best I could do for us right now. Figure out what the weather might be like soon.
that honestly could be handy. But let's, I guess, find them first.
I mean, I could do it while we're walking. It's not gonna be that tough.
Fair enough. Sure.
Oh,
All right, let me stretch a moment here while we're walking, and then.
speaking of which, real quick, you guys. Pretty sure I said it was the beginning of the week when we started the game, correct? Install day? Does anyone have any notes?
Yes.
Otherwise, I'm pretty sure that's what I did.
That sounds
I think
right.
that's what you did, yeah.
I'm almost sure. Okay. Both give me an intelligence check. As the sun is in the middle of the sky, it is a bright green with a dark horizon coming up.
24. With disadvantage.
Wow.
10.
10. I'll even give the girls the roll as well for now.
I'm gonna choose not to roll.
What is the roll
That
for?
actually makes
Sorry.
sense because of
Yeah.
plans.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, sorry, 22. I did a saving throw. That's not what we're doing.
You give me intelligence roll with disadvantage.
Oh.
Oh.
10?
Perfect. Arsan, Nubia, yeah, it's Deloy Day. It's bright green in the sky. It's dark horizon kind of coming up almost like shadows and darkness on the edges of the horizon. Osteric, what you pick up on real quickly is that means it's been about a day since you remember. That you guys, that really if it was the next day that you crashed, it would have been Lotha Day, so it would have been blue, not teal or green. So whatever process of you guys coming to or where you were with your vision, it's been about a whole day later.
I'll fill Arison in on that and just be like, this is taking longer to come back to normal, I guess, than I expected.
Did you have expectations for getting thrown off the ship and knocked out cold? How fast you back?
Yeah, that had not crossed my mind, I'll admit it. I planned for a lot of things, but not that.
Speaking of which, did you have weird vision thingies while you were knocked out?
I did. You did as well?
It did.
Amos!
Zinnia found me. Hoping that means she's around, because that seems awfully
I'm assuming so.
convenient.
That's... yeah. I hope so anyways. She better be.
If not, we'll take her out, right? What else are you supposed to do?
Nubia, as you come to, you feel the patter of like a small crab all along your back as you kind of come to. Feel the like pincers kind of just poking you a little bit, kind of checking this soft piece of meat. But you come to, you're in a bit of a brush of leaves and like palm tree like bush, you know what I mean, like the edge, and you feel a little bit of a rock as you feel like you can feel a little bit of scraping along your elbow and arm as you kind of been slammed up against a rock with the waves, and you've kind of come to here and You can actually hear the murmuring of Osric and Arsan in the distance. But give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, I roll an advantage. No, wait, no, because we're out, right?
Disadvantage.
Round
So flat roll.
Yep.
Flat roll is a 14.
Your gift, sorry. You said 14?
Yeah.
You see the same as everyone else. Debris littered down here everywhere. There's a good tail of the ship that is like being broken and busted, and you can almost hear the of the water slamming down on both the rocks and just different barrels and debris hitting the rock and bouncing off in the water. But you can hear the rustling of two people coming towards you, which I accidentally said who they were, but with the 14 you can tell their voices.
Yeah. Okay. I think she'll kind of do like a internal check-in and like little shifts to her body and make sure there's nothing that's too out of place.
So with everyone, I will say for the kind of flavor of this, I know a lot of times like with hit points, it's not necessarily like your injuries. How I see it's your ability to push through and keep fighting for the most part. With this, and the reason for the exhaustion is there are bruises and bumps and either slight fractures. You know what I mean? Like there's some serious injuries going on. You probably kind of move around a little bit and something twings and maybe there's a rib broken or not quite broken, but like strained. There's pains going on with all of you for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. She's just gonna slowly sit up and brush sand off of her. She doesn't really care about the crab too much. Not really doing anything with it. And
it just scurries away.
yeah, it's just a little like gentle flick. And she
but it's a bright blue with a hard shell and exterior, kind of like that pointy shell on the top side and then flat on the underneath.
And I guess
you think could be food as it's running away.
That's true. I'm not thinking about that. I have good berries. Actually, no, I don't. Kidding. I'm not a survival druid. She is sitting up, and then she I guess waits to see if the voices are coming through or if they're kind of going away.
Sure.
It's kind of that disorientation is what I'm kind of trying to get at. She's trying to take in the surroundings. She's looking around her. It's kind of the shock, too, of like...
In this moment,
I can't find my voice at the moment.
In this kind of like weird kind of fight or flight instinct mode, and you're not 100% sure. You feel the voices. They're both like coming towards you, but then fading as your ears kind of start popping and, you know, that ringing. But you can feel footsteps coming closer. And you're kind of just trying to like wave off the brightness of the sun to look. Give me a religion check.
11.
You don't know if it's just your shock in the moment or what, but for a moment there you could have swore there were echoes of yells and pleas for help. And then it just kind of, once you try and go to listen to it, it just disappears on the wind and it's gone. And you're probably just, you know, your body's probably just playing tricks on you. It's probably just the water. You just heard something.
Yeah, and I don't see any bodies or anything, like other people. I mean, I hear the ones coming towards us, but like I'm not hearing
Oh,
anything
besides
else?
these, you don't. There's no other movement. Do you look around and find other bodies? Yes. There's a lot of death around you. Trying to not be
Alright,
too
I
graphic.
think... Yeah, that's right. I think she'll... She'll finally find her voice and... Hello? Guys? Are you there? Osric? Arzan? Is that you?
You guys can hear her. She's about 60 feet away.
Yeah, Osric will start running over to her.
You guys want to take
Well,
a
at
quick
least
break?
we got one of them. Let's hurry up.
Are you guys good, or do you want to take a quick break? Okay.
We're okay.
Here, hold on one second. I'm going to do a quick just reminder for myself, and then come back into that. Okay, but
Are you alright, Nubia?
Oh, my
Well-
head hurts.
Subjectively.
Yeah. Are you also...
About
doing-
the same. We're alive.
We've decided that because we hurt so bad, we're probably not dead.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Zinnia's not with you?
No,
Still looking.
we are still looking, yes.
Okay.
I hope you've had a good nap.
You,
I reach a hand out.
Thank you. Found a
you've been out for
crab.
about a day at least.
Oh. Yeah. It is Deloy, isn't it?
Suggest we cook it, but I think we found back the other way.
You guys haven't found anyone else awake.
Certainly not
Uh,
awake.
Mm,
Yeah. Alright. Well, let's hope and pray that Zinnia's around here somewhere and safe.
Seem to have had enough luck so far. We might as well keep walking then, huh?
mm-hmm. She better be alright.
Yeah,
Need a hand or you got it.
I'm alright. Thank you.
speaking of which, Zinnia, give me a perception check. You don't feel the pains or exhaustion. There's no dry skin.
17.
There's no dehydration. It's this feeling of waking up from a dream. And as you open up your eyes, you can kind of hear off in the distance. She better be okay. Have you seen Zinnia? And just kind of the echoing whispers of your friends on the wind. And it seems like crashing of waves. You wouldn't be near waves. And you're walking through a field, and your hands touch these sunflowers, and you open your eyes, and they're black with this bright teal and a stem that goes down. And you look up into the sky, and it's this bright pink and purple with these mountains of gray teal. You're just walking through. It just feels calm, peaceful. You're not supposed to be here. Not yet. And you feel something grab your shoulder. As you turn, the shifting of this vision blurs, and the greens and purples and yellows. Ow, ow. And as you come to and wake up, your body's aching. You're not exhausted, but you're in pain.
Good son.
And you're starting to kind of slowly come to, the edges of dehydration and sunburn on your skins. You're a little bit paler than the rest. But you feel wood underneath you and lapping of water. You can kind of hear and feel the motions of waves kind of hitting the edge of the wood here. Do you wish to get up? What do you do?
I'm probably lying there, like, confused, and I can't really remember what I just saw. Like, it's all just a blur, and, like, as the sound of the waves crashed in, it just wiped my mind from everything. So I'm probably just trying to, like, lie there with my eyes closed to orient myself. I feel the wood underneath me. And then she's just gonna, like, shoot straight up, like, just, like, sit up, and, like, the first thing out of her mouth is, like, the kids! And then she's just gonna, like, open her eyes, look around her, and see, like, is she on the dock, like, the deck of the boat still? Like, how did they land? Like, she has no remembrance of how this happened. And, like, she's just caught up in the idea of, like, I have to find those kids. But then, like, the warmth of fire from that spirit kind of is, like, in the back of her head. But her passion is, I have to find those kids. I have to find survivors. And if she hears the other group, she'll just call out to them.
You do not hear the other group.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for everyone myself.
You
I'm
look
gonna
up.
get my butt up.
You start looking around. Give me a perception check.
That's more like it. 3.
3. Hectic as you go from body to body. Can you give me medicine checks?
19. Wait, I add stuff to that. 20.
There's the family that you saw walking out to the rooms. There's the captain. Come by, and there's the boisterous half-orc. And there's a drow rogue that seemed to have been trying to help him, but didn't make the landing either. And you just start seeing one by one, and you are in the deck of the ship where you guys put that final kind of sort of fight to save the ship. And you're in this kind of collection of palm trees and a little bit more of a wooded plant area. But you can see as it opens up and kind of goes into this area, the rest of the ship is now kind of cracked down into the water, and you can see off in the distance it slowly kind of curves around like a bay, the coast, and then you can just see wide open waters beyond it.
Seeing that I'm surrounded by death, I'll probably drop to my knees in the sand and, like, cry it out a little, and then she'll gather herself eventually because she has to be strong in this moment, and she'll kind of just, like, gather everyone up that she can, sigh,
Give
and
me
then
a
just
charisma check as well. That's your
What?
spellcasting
why
modifier,
am I
right?
so bad?
Trying to give you a good
8.
roll.
I know. That's my highest score, an 8.
The
I rolled a
sorrow
2.
is just overwhelming you, and it's just like that same feeling of like you're trying to hold on to sand and water, and it's slipping through your hands, and there's the memories and the voices of those that you're trying to save and the people, and it's rushing past you in the sorrow. And there's a moment where you think you hear like one of the kids saying, "It's okay, I'm fine," and you look up and your mind's just playing tricks on you.
Oh my god, that's so evil.
Sorry.
Emotional damage. Yeah, after that, she'll probably stay on the ground a little longer, being like looking around, and then
And this happens
she'll
more
just
than
like,
once too. There's like whispers
no.
of just. It's almost like you feel like you're not alone, and every time you look, there's just no one there. for the moment if you stay in that place.
Yeah, I'm gonna start walking along the like bay, so it's the most like out in the open, less coverage from the trees area.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna be like calling out to anyone. I'm just gonna be like, is anyone out there? Any like scream, make a sound, push something, like throw a rock. I don't care. Just please, someone be okay.
Give me another perception check. The
Change my
other
die.
3, I'm guessing you guys are continuing to walk
5.
counterclockwise as well.
I changed
Yeah,
my
we're continuing to
die.
walk.
Go ahead and give me perception checks as well.
Please do better. Someone find me. I'll be lost here forever.
24.
9 with disadvantage.
5.
You guys are gonna lose each other forever.
All right.
I said 25.
Oh,
excuse
25?
me.
I thought it was 5. I heard 5. And
No,
then
25.
It's actually a 30 DC, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
You can't find the girl with the pink hair.
no.
So, as you guys are walking, and let me kind of set the scene real quick. The 3 of you are kind of calling out, and you're coming across different bodies, and Osiric, you do notice that leather bag again. It's that goblin that gave you the tarot card reading.
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna grab that then.
You pick it up, and it's a healer's kit, a healing potion, and a few gems,
Okay.
and a dagger.
Okay.
What was your perception check?
My perception?
Yeah, what was yours earlier?
It was a 9.
9, okay. What you notice as well is that there seems to be a shadow quivering and hiding, and then as you walk up, you recognize it's yours, and it kind of sighs in relief and then merges back to you.
You found it.
Oh, that is wildly unsettling. Okay,
Eve.
glad to have you back, little buddy.
I've been here the whole time. What are you talking about?
I guess my shadow is back.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's you notice it when you don't have it, but
Yeah.
that's strange.
And then it hits you.
Yep.
Your tarot card reading came true.
It did. This is exactly what I pulled on those cards.
Oh?
Gems, a healer's kit, and the healing potion. And the dagger. Oh my goodness. This is so strange. Okay, so maybe there was a little bit more to this little man. Can I do a quick investigation of him too?
Sure. Give me investigation or medicine or whatever exactly you're going for.
Probably more investigation.
Okay.
Just to see if he's okay. Well, natural 20, but then 22 because disadvantage, Mike, ruining everything.
Can I assist him?
Yeah. But yeah, no, he's mostly just trying to figure out if there's anything more to this goblin. Yeah.
So how are you trying to discern that? With what skill set?
Just I guess kind of a little bit of poking and prodding at him, checking to see if he has anything hidden on him or anything like that. Just anything at all that seems out of the ordinary for this very out of the ordinary goblin.
So investigation check, which was and Arsene, you can
22,
give advantage.
Okay.
They'll offset the disadvantage.
Flat roll it.
Okay. So in that case, that was the 28.
28. Okay.
Got a natural 20.
Yeah. There's nothing else on him. What you found is what you found. You're kind of surprised the tarot cards aren't here.
Mm.
Seem to be kind of free. There's nothing much on him. Maybe his stuff is somewhere else. Maybe in the room. Maybe got lost. You're not sure. But what you do notice is that he's not like the normal goblins you've seen. There's like speckles of gold on his skin that seem reminiscent of like certain crystallines you found, and whether he's been infused with them or not, there's this almost translucentness to the tops of his skin that is odd. But you can tell that it's as the life has left his body, that's kind of what's muted the transparentness. That it seems like the life was within it. That's why you didn't see it before. Now it's there. You can give me a history check with your kind of background.
Seven.
Yeah, must be a goblin from a different world. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I'll try to remember, like...
You guys are missing some...
I know, it's killing me.
Maybe if you didn't have exhaustion.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, give a level
Yeah,
2
it's
character
so weird.
exhaustion. There's not much you can do to.
Jeez.
Yeah, we're kind of bunk.
You're good.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
here.
he'll make a mental
this?
note.
How about this? I didn't hear what your first roll was. Arslan is going to balance the scales and give you a flat roll.
Oh, okay.
Heck yes.
Should I
That
just
wasn't
roll
maybe
again? Or...
Yeah, go ahead, just roll again.
Okay. Sorry, that was history?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
To restore balance.
That's a 9.
Well,
Just from a world you haven't read about, seen.
Cool.
Yeah.
He will make a mental note of the, like, kind of crystalline nature of his skin, so he
Definitely
can,
something you can
come
look
back
into.
to that later.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, a strange little man, but we have other things to focus on. Let's keep looking for Zinnia.
yeah, as we're going along too, Nubia's muttering little prayers and stuff. Death rites as she's walking along, and also looking for Zinnia too. So she says these things over the goblin as well.
Okay. So you're doing like a little bit of a prayer sort of thing, is that what you're saying?
A little bit, but it's like more like a walking kind of thing since there's a lot, and she can't stop for every single one right now. So she's kind of taking it in and just kind of doing like a continual one. So she'll stop and like look at him.
As you get to the goblin one, give me a religion check.
Religion?
Mhm.
13.
As you're doing your prayers, and it's the same feeling from before, as you almost could feel like wisps of energy from him, you actually start seeing almost invisible like smoke rising from his body and then disappearing. And it's what you recognize as the soul hasn't been sent, and it's beginning to slowly release into fiendish energy. As you know this, a soul that's not the soul that is not sent will coalesce into a fiend.
Well,
There's
then,
nowhere to
how
go.
do you think? Is there something I know to alleviate that, or is that just a thing?
What was your roll again with religion?
It was just a 13.
You do know there's summoners that can do a ritual that can both send these souls to peace, especially once a fiend is defeated, and the souls are kind of resting in their coalesce. They can be sent off and released, or soon after death, they can be protected and kind of done with a ritual to keep them from turning. You do know as well that you can capture a soul within your tarot card with the correct practice, and that's something you have been sent to do. And so you kind of know the practice. You've never quite done it before, but in theory, to capture the essence of a soul is to protect them from moving on, and is the whole point of your order is to create the tarot cards and books of the dead to then understand the essence of their skills and their memories and their life, as you can then be in tune with these souls and these powers as you kind of utilize them.
Okay.
So if you wish, you can attempt. You do have the deck of spare tarot cards that were given to you. There's not many, but if you feel called to in this moment, you could attempt this. But you also know there's so many bodies here in death that you don't have the energy and skill, and you do not have enough cards for everyone here.
Yeah. I can try to do it for the goblin, though, especially since I inspected this one, I guess.
It's up to you. It's your call. You are...
Really quick, I'm going to try something.
Feel up to it.
Sure.
We might as well try, otherwise he's gonna turn into a fiend otherwise. Actually, most of these bodies probably will, so... Joy.
Wish you luck.
Thank you. Alright, she'll find where her cards are at, and... I mean, as long as I had stuff on me. Still.
Yeah, with this, you would keep these quite close to you and be in a protected area, I would assume. All of you guys have your normal equipment on you and things like that. Yeah. How would Nubia do this ritual? What would it look like? And then I will give you a roll with it. Or yeah, I've given you a chance to go with it. If not, I can definitely.
Honestly, my first thought is like a tap when you're paying for like on your credit card. You just tap the pay. That's my first thought, to be honest.
Your card is not ready.
Oh my god.
Try inserting it in his mouth.
Yeah. You have to ink three. You have to ink a series of arches on their head first.
I hope I don't have to insert. She's going to, I guess, probably place it on their chest, the heart, and just think about trying to channel and help this soul's story be preserved.
Yeah. So one of the ways that I was kind of thinking about this as well is similar to a resurrection or revivify ceremony or ritual. The way I picture it sometimes is like Critical Role, like how they would have like a diamond there and the different skill check. With this, and as you're beginning this ritual and beginning to pray, and you feel the kind of hieroglyphic sort of ritualistic words come over you as you do this prayer, and the tarot card is there as the material to, instead of crack and give life, hold the soul in there as well. Give me a skill or offering that you are attempting to then understand more about this goblin and his life. It could be a song, it could be a poem, it could be a religion check to understand more about him, or perception to understand how he utilized his calluses in life or his skill tools. However you want to do it, you need to make an offering to connect yourself to understanding this goblin and his life or soul at a deeper level than someone else might have when they first come up to him. So that is your skill challenge as your role as Nubia, and you can tell me what you'd offer to try and insight into the soul or the information you would put into the tarot card.
Okay. I'm gonna do, I guess, Can I do insight
You can do
or
any
perception
skill you want. You just have to
Well, I'm thinking
justify it.
insight or perception, and as I'm studying his features and looking at like wrinkle lines to see age, I'm looking for scars, I'm looking for blemishes, I'm looking for, how does his fingernails look? How did, his clothes, how to take in like is it fine stitching? Is it kind of like iffy? Is it handmade? Is it, well tailored and bought? Is it those kinds of things, I guess, of like really taking in that? I
Sure.
guess that's the only thing I can think of.
I love
Sorry,
it.
it's
No,
on the spot. I have no
love it.
idea.
It's perfect. As you do that, your gems and the gold that you wear shimmers, and all of you notice there's this green and iridescent shimmer as the focuses to her jewelry is not just ornate for looks, but part of this ritual. And they shimmer and flow with her own soul that kind of comes to this moment and then adds to this ritual and this soul meeting. As you look and examine and study what made him, what was the essence of his soul in life, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
Unfortunately, with disadvantage.
Well, it's a flat roll, and it sucks. 8.
8.
We're killing it, guys.
Yep.
The gold flecks come to your attention, but the pale skin and the coldness and rigidity of his body already takes you back a little bit, as you weren't quite ready for that aspect of the body. His nails are finely cut. I will say, with your check, as you are taking much more time to study this, you do notice that it's almost like the clothing he wears and any elements of bracelets or anything else he's wearing do seem to be like different, as if almost like you would buy them in the same place, but there's something off and different about each one, and you're not sure exactly why. But it's almost like you would go to the same store and you get something in the same store, but it's at a different location each time to be slightly different. Like you went, and I hate to, this is a weird analogy, but like let's say you went to Target. You went to Target in this place and another Target, so it's slightly different. And then you went to Target over here and it's slightly different, but it's the same exact place, same exact item. But it looks different. But it doesn't quite understand to you why, as you're looking at it, what makes it different and why it would be different. And as you struggle on trying to understand this weird being and just the oddness of how he talked, and you start remembering the tarot card, and just that weird, just that moment escapes you, and a flash of the cold hand of a dead body snaps you back out, and this ritual is just too much for you at the moment. As you feel this, you felt, and you could all see almost like beginning of scribes and ink forming on the tarot card, and then it just escapes into shadow and smoke. The tarot card feels burnt and used up.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
It's fine. She'll just sigh and pick herself up and shake her head. Well, never mind about that. Let's just go find Zinnia.
To be fair, I think we're all not in the best shape with them.
Right.
I can agree with that.
I do think we should find Zinnia, though.
Agreed.
So almost like light a torch or something, so it's easier to see like a smoke trail or something going on.
I
Just gotta go ahead and do
That
that.
was her perception.
Yeah, come on.
don't.
I pull out a torch and my left hand up and just say Flamma. Light the torch up.
At least
It
we have
begins
this.
flaming, and the smoke slowly starts kind of flowing up into the sky. Everyone give me perception checks as you kind of both kind of going around this ring towards each other. Zinni is yelling out for more.
Oh,
19.
Hey!
I'm not
22.
forever lost.
22!
8.
18.
Nice.
Yeah, Osiric, you kind of keep looking back at the goblin's body and the items you have. It's just unsettling to you. It's just what? This is a little too weird. The rest of you all are kind of walking around, and Zinni, you're yelling out, and you suddenly hear the shrieks of a woman. Help! Help! Stay away! Stay back! From your left, and as you look, there's a blonde, almost iridescent skin with blue eyes, woman who's on the edge of the rock, kind of shoving back these large blue crabs trying to snap at him, and seemingly meaning to help. As you look right across, is like you're at the edge of the sandbank, and it goes down into like different coral reef and water underneath to the other side, and all of a sudden you see, as Arasan and Nubia, you look up and can see Zinni, and just at the same time as you also hear the shrieking. Everybody roll me initiative.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which, hold on to your initiatives for now. Give me a second. I gotta get the Roll20 page up, as I will shift you guys over to the battle map. And you can get to a little bit of a visual on the island you're at, I hope. I think you can see things. It's a little bare as
Initiative
far
technically
as...
disadvantage.
I'm sorry, what?
Nope.
The initiative is technically a disadvantage.
Yep. Thanks for the reminder.
It is, yeah.
Alright, so add
She's pretty.
window capture. Roll 20.
Ooh, them some big crabs.
Guessing you guys are gonna get a little closer, so we'll just bring that down. Alright, and then... Ugh, I have the wrong page up. That's okay. Shift this to player one, I guess. Rejoin as player. Rejoin as normal. And then put that down here. Oh man. Oh, you guys can't see, can you? I mean, again. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you guys can see the map, right?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, this is that same woman you guys saw on the deck, as well as in the food hall. Kind of blonde to purplish hair. All right.
Yes, AmaraVaxalyn.
Yep. Oh, did I say ASMR? Sorry, Eladrin. Sorry.
No, it was the other way. You said Eladrin, she ended up being Asimar.
Yes, okay, so I was right. I was right.
Yeah. I'm just mocking you.
Yeah, Megan was just being mean.
I'm just being mean.
It's alright. It's fine.
Everyone's an Eladrin.
Alright. Cool. So...
I rolled your thing, but it isn't taking it yet.
Oh my gosh, I flipped pages. That's why this is weird. Okay. So Osiric is at turn... I gotta delete the turn order. Okay, so Osiric... add turn, air sun, add turn, crabby crabs, add turn. This guy wanted turn, this guy wanted turn. You wanted turn. Xenia. Alright, Oscar, what'd you get?
7. I already got it in there.
Arsan.
16.
Nice. Crab, you rolled
I rolled a 15 and a 14.
5. There's my Nubia dice. There you go. Oh, that one did well.
Hold a
Nubia, what'd you roll?
5.
I don't even have you on the list, do I? Where are you at?
I don't know.
Are you on the page?
I'm on the map, but I'm
She
sure.
is. She's like way behind palm tree section.
Oh,
Yeah, she's like
in the middle of that
100 feet
crescent.
behind us.
weird.
And I would like to ask, if I rolled a high enough perception check last time, would I not have seen these early enough to not be so close to them?
So, yeah, you guys can set yourself up. The other thing that's kind of hard about this map is that it's kind of, there's the rocks that go back, but they're kind of like in a cave as well. That's one element I couldn't add to this. That's why you didn't really see them. It's as you're kind of walking up on them, you can hear the echoing of the yell, and as you kind of turn the corner, and the whole cave is like the whole part of like where the shallows are. That's when you kind of start seeing the crabs coming in at them. So you could definitely be, you know, back 20 feet or so if you would like. Newbie, what'd you get again? Sorry.
5.
5. Zinnia?
1.
Oh, you really did get a 1. Oh, buddy.
I rolled a 2, and I have a -1.
Ooh.
She
winning.
rolled a 19 at disadvantage. That's impressive.
I don't even have disadvantage to blame on my bad rolls. Like,
That's funny. I just thought about that. All right. As you guys all kind of come to the scene, you can see this ASMR with ceremonial robes, and they're ripped and tattered in different areas, and it looks like she's kind of holding her arm a bit in a way as she looks, please help, help, and she'll cast a sacred flame towards this one here. It's kind of trying to climb up on the rocks. As that's a failure, as you see just this golden flame kind of hit and spark off the edge of this blue crab. As there go. Which one is this? It's the front one. The front one's gonna go climb up towards her and try and. Oh no, I can't do that. Hold, please. Shoot. I hate that, doesn't it? Okay. That works. Okay. Sorry, I actually have my GM one up there and it's annoying. It is going to make a claw attack at. Oh, and the last thing is, anytime you're off the sand, it is difficult terrain, as it's kind of like you're having to go through the water. The water is about ankle to knee deep, depending on areas. And you do see where the gray is underneath. That's kind of like coral and rock, so you can step on it, but just be careful if you. It's a little precarious as well. So, anyways, that is a 12 that misses as it kind of snaps out. She kind of is like holding a staff and kind of like it's kind of just keeping it at bay. That is its turn. Arsan.
Oh, not again. He is going to grab the cured leather on his sword handle and swipe his finger across it as he goes, Artemis, and casts mage armor on himself.
What does it look like?
The mage armor is just like it's almost like a haze, just kind of like appears for a second.
Almost like an oasis haze sort of like look. Yeah, that's
a little bit, yeah. And so it's just kind of like a small shimmery. Doesn't shimmer super big, but if you see it from the right angle, kind of tell.
Fun.
And then try to make sure I don't die. Then he's going to bonus action teleport to flank her so that she...
There's other survivors. Help me.
What do you think I'm doing?
Thank you. As you're up a little closer, and it's hard. It's a little bit hard to tell. Actually, what's your passive perception?
13.
13. She does seem to be a bit on the younger side. I'd say early adulthood, like kind of early 20s normally, but in like ASMR years. Also, give me a history check as you kind of take in her ceremonial garb and what she's wearing.
$13.
Some sort of cleric or part of some order, but it's just not in this moment. Just the chaos not quite clicking to you, what she might be or what what order she might be from, sort of thing.
Don't
right.
let the creeps surround us.
That's your go.
Yep.
Perfect. This one, Sina, you were yelling, weren't you?
I sure was.
All right, highs or lows?
Lows.
Well, at least you got your lows right.
Oh yeah. I
As
did one thing right.
This one's going to turn around and start heading your way. Let's see how fast his boogers are. Oh yeah, it's fine. As it kind of crawls over 5, 10, 15, 20. And it kind of comes up at the edge of the water, kind of snapping at you. It's always you. 22 to hit.
That hits.
All right. You're gonna take. That's all right. 2 points bludgeoning damage. But you are grappled as it kind of holds you and pulls you in towards it a bit. I kind of feel it pincering against you. You do feel like you'll have to use an action to try and escape if you wish, or some other skill. But it's its turn. Also, remember to put your HP
I did.
On your token if you can. That way everyone can kind of see where your health points are at. So you need to do the max in the right part of the box and then what you're at in the left one on the green part. I'll start. And if you need any help, let me know. I can do it for you guys, but...
Osric is gonna start running over. He's gonna use his bonus action to dash, and he should be able to get to this part here.
Perfect.
He's gonna, while he's doing this, he's gonna pull his whip out from its little like side holster, and just like try to crack at the crab and do damage, but also try to like make it flinch and kind of knock back.
Awesome, go for it.
Okie dokie. No. That's a 4.
That doesn't show a ring, does it? Unfortunately. You guys don't see a green ring around. No, okay. 4 unfortunately misses. You kind of whip down and kind of just glances off the armor there. Unfortunately not hitting anything. I think I have to assign it to something now when I think of. I'm trying to remember. Anyways, are you doing anything else in your turn?
No, I think that's good. Well, not good, but...
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, I think it has to be assigned to a token for it to actually show that. Let me try this.
Oh, I see green around her.
Okay. Yeah, I have to actually assign it to a token. Interesting. Okay. Good to know. So I guess I could just assign it to anything. It really doesn't matter. I could just put in numbers.
Ooh, it's an air elemental.
It's not. I'm just choosing.
Spoilers, Greg.
It's an air elemental in the shape of a crab.
Oh god,
Crab
guys,
Rafe
we're
just
dead.
starts playing.
Yeah.
Do.
There we go. Okay. Ostrich, so that was your turn?
Yep.
Alright. I wonder if there is a crab on here. Probably not.
Maybe giant crab.
I mean, this works. I don't know what a crawling craw is, but I'll have to look into that. Alright. Perfect. Nubia, it is your go.
Okay.
Real quick, Arsene, how many hit points do you have?
16. Trying to put it in there.
No, I got it. You're good. Just that way you guys can kind of see with each other and how that works. Nubia, how many hit points do you have?
20.
20. Perfect. Yeah, so anyone watching at home, what we've done is a quick little Roll20 thing. So you should be able to see the HP lower on, like, go down. That way the other players can see if it's green, yellow, or red based on how bad someone's looking, because I think it's a little bit more realistic. You can see how fucked up someone is. So, awesome. Nubia, what are you doing?
She'll take out one of her tarot cards that she has, like, with, I guess. And it has, guiding bolt written on it, and has a star shooting out in front on the illustration, and she's going to take that out and flip it up in the air, and it'll kind of like disappear, and then the magic appears in her hand, and she'll do guiding bolt.
All right, Gambit, Nubia, go ahead and...
Yeah, she'll do it at, I think, this one first. Well,
Guiding Bolt's got a long range, right? It's like 120 feet or something.
yeah, it's 120 feet.
Yeah.
It's a long one.
Go for it.
Yeah. She'll do. So it is a ranged spell attack. And this isn't at disadvantage, right? It's just
No,
normal.
it's normal.
Okay.
Yeah, just one exhaustion.
Does 17 hit?
17 as you kind of flip the card and take the magic and fire it out. The kind of star-like magic kind of shoots out, shifting around and through Ostrich and this crab as you kind of guide under it. Just at the last moment as it's about to look like it hit the hard part of the armor of the crab, it kind of swivels and hits under the underbelly as you hit. Go to roll damage. And you guys do, just like a normal crab, you do see softer, more vulnerable area underneath with more harder armor on top. Though you do know going after maybe the softer part might be a harder attempt to hit, though it might do more damage, potentially.
14.
What did you say, Zinnia?
I love cold shots.
Oh.
Yep, 14.
Yeah.
As you blast through, the energy begins to burn away at the skin and insides as
Yeah.
as that one is down with one shot kind of radiating through. It does seem to burn some of the meat on the inside of this thing, but maybe there'd be some to salvage.
Nom nom.
All right, is that your turn?
I was looking.
And bonus actions.
Yeah, that's all. I'm gonna use
Okay, perfect.
stuff.
All right, this one will clamber up to you, Ostrich, and kind of pincer out at you. It's going to be a 13 to hit.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Wow.
dude, yeah, I dumped Dex.
I like this party. Low ACs are but
Low ACs are fun.
you take 6 points of bludgeoning as grabs you long in the waist and pulls you up close. You are grappled by this crab.
Ugh.
All right, that is its turn. Xenia, you are grappled by this crab. This crawling
So that just means
claw, we'll call it.
have no movement, but I can still attack?
Correct.
Okay. At a quick cursory glance, does this lady, the Asmar girl, look injured and or like she's wearing any sort of armor?
Not much of armor, if any, and mechanically not injured. Yes, exhausted and injured as much as you guys are.
I'm casting Shield of Faith on her
Oh, nice.
as a bonus action, just to give her +2 to
She
any hits
denies
that
it.
come
I'm just kidding.
in. That's fine, whatever. Everything else
spell.
goes wrong for me.
She
And then
looks
I'm
over you
gonna
and just
take
kind of nods and thanks.
my action and I'm gonna try and attack this one that's on me.
Can I ask, what does your Shield of Faith look like when you cast your magic?
So I picture it kind of like all those like animes or like Final Fantasy kind of games where like it's like a summons almost, where like it's like a spectral kind of form that just comes up from behind you and wraps its arms around you and like a hug, essentially, that's like shielding you from any incoming damage.
Oh, and actually, while we do this, well, you're not close enough to it. Osric and Harrison, you look over and there's no shock at all by this. It's almost like she's very okay and used to this sort of like way the magic's forming around her. If that makes sense. Osric, you can give me a history check as well since you're close. Forgot to do that on your turn.
Okie-dokie.
It lets off like a warm golden glow.
Wow.
Makes you feel
7.
cozy inside.
7. Yeah, this combat's a little heavy right now. You guys are just having a hard time. It's just not coming up to the brain at the time. But perfect. You do anything else in your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and attack its underside with my sword.
Perfect. Go for it.
No, 10.
Yeah, and that would be disadvantage on the called shot.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, 10.
Okay. All right. Yeah, unfortunately, as you kind of go to try and climb through, it's just kind of like putting down its pincer in the sand. You're just not able to find purchase. It's kind of this awkward position as you're kind of being still held in the other one. So is that it?
That's it.
All right. It's this acolyte's turn. She will look around. I'm so glad that there's other survivors. We can get through this. And she will give Osric Bardic Inspiration.
Ooh.
Which I believe is a bonus action, right? Yeah, it's not an
think so,
action.
yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. And she'll again attempt Sacred Flame on that one. That is close. Sacred Flame never works. As it kind of sizzles off against. Not really strong enough for this kind of combat normally. As this one's dead as a doornail. Arsayan.
Everyone's southern.
I have to do it.
Muted.
Sorry.
Both my friends are looking like they're in a tough spot.
They are both grappled. I'd say Osric's
look fine
looking
otherwise.
a little bit worse than
Osric's
than you.
coughing up blood.
I am going to start wading my way towards Zinnia. And as I walk, to make sure we get that one taken care of, as I cross my... Make sure we get the one that's on Osric taken care of. As I cross my two fingers and I say, Certa Sofa! And I kind of throw out that direction and I cast Called Shot Magic Missile on the soft. Sure.
Yeah. I can't say that wouldn't work.
The crab cast shield.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why that wouldn't work. There's no way to give it disadvantage, but sure, I'll take it. as you kind of aim
There-
for its underbelly.
13 points of force damage.
Perfect. To the one on
Nice.
Zinnia or on Osric?
Osric.
Okay. As it kind of hits and boom, 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 little spots of underbelly kind of explode outwards as the pincer kind of finally releases you, and you are free, Osric.
And then, as I finish that off, I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to gain the slide.
Awesome. Perfect. All right. Zinnia, it's going to pull you in a bit and try and attack at you as you are grappled. So it does have advantage on this one. 14.
Miss.
All right, just kind of stuck in this, anime glance of sparks and magic as nothing is able to hit and find purchase. But Osric, most of them are down, but the one on Zinnia still has her in its grasp.
Yep. Osric is gonna bonus action dash back up to Nubia.
Okay.
He's just frantically gonna be like, I'm no good in the fight, but I might be able to help. If you aim right over there, I think you should be able to hit this thing. So I'll use the help action for Nubia.
Perfect. I like it.
Alright.
All right, so that's your action or bonus action?
That's my action. I'm
Action,
not a
okay.
mastermind yet.
Okay, right.
And I have to be within 5 feet.
That's true. Well,
Better get some better
is
armor.
it at 5 feet of the creature?
5 feet of the person that I'm... Oh,
I want to say it's the creature,
it
except for
might
Mastermind.
be.
'Cause I think it's
You
basically
use it as
distracting
aim all
it.
the time.
Yes, but I have Mastermind, so you can be at a distance. It's like within...
Oh,
Yeah,
30 feet.
okay. I can aid a friendly creature in attacking a creature within 5 feet of me. Okay, never mind. I don't do that.
okay.
Well, I'll still.
I will say,
honestly, I'll
for the
still
sake
do
of
the
this,
same
I love the
thing.
flavor. If you wish to pass your Bardic Inspiration over to her, I will allow
I
it
will
in
do that.
action. It's close
Yeah, you know
enough.
what? I will do that because I got a +1 to hit.
Yeah. In
What is
honor
it?
of your future choices.
Appreciate that.
Nubia. Really cool. sometimes.
What's the Bardic Inspiration die?
Just a D6.
Okay.
Or does it start out as a D4 or D6?
D6.
Yeah. So
D6.
just making sure.
Okay.
I
Alright.
just don't have the full stats up in front of me.
In that,
Or the full-
Nubia's gonna give a nod. Thank you. Alright. Zinnia, hang in there. And she's going to do another guiding bolt. Wait, do I roll the D with it? Or the D6?
You don't have the...
Oh, right. I don't think I need it for that.
What'd you roll?
22?
22. 22 definitely hits. What are you shooting it with?
A guiding bolt?
Guiding bolt again. Okay. Roll damage. Are you just doing a normal shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll aim again under, since that seemed to work the first time.
So that'd be disadvantage.
So- Higher.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Nubia the Gatling gun.
Do not. My wife is dangerous.
12?
12 points.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That is doubled as you hit it. And this thing is obliterated, burnt up, just in radiant fire and flame, as it is unusable at this point.
Aw.
Whoops.
That's okay. We have one
overkill.
for food.
Are you okay, Zinnia?
I'm fine. Are you okay? Are you all okay? Are you okay? And she'll like point at the girl.
I'm fine. And
Let's all get on the actual
Zero.
land and not be in the
shaking a
water.
bit.
Yeah.
In a moment, I need to do something. And you all see these crabs as As two of the bodies are still kind of there and fine, the other one kind of burning up, you see these... They kind of burn black for a second, and then smoke, just like you saw earlier, starts pouring up. But then they kind of coalesce into these beautiful orbs and almost round circles of pure light, of color and iridescentness. And there's this peace and release of anger that kind of just expounds as they're all just kind of gathering there, almost like fireflies coming up from each creature. Everyone give me a history check with advantage, being in this world.
So flat roll.
I'll say add advantage, just based on how this world works and you're being in it.
19.
19.
13.
13.
Hey. Zinnia.
16.
16. I'd say all of you recognize that these are spirits. These crabs were some sort of the fiend and collection of souls that could not be sent. Maybe more recent, maybe some not, as these souls are appearing. And you look as this ASMR starts twirling her staff and does a bit of a beautiful dance, almost in like a sway of a prayer, as these robes come flowing out as she steps further into the water. And as she does this swirling, the souls begin kind of following along with her and cascading. Literally imagine Una from Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
Just doing this in the moment, and kind of the seaside beach, as the beautiful sunset's happening, and she begins singing this beautiful celestial song as one by one, you just see her tears coming down her face. And Zinnia, those cries you heard from earlier, you start seeing, almost like, and all of you can see visions of these kids and people from the ship that you guys recognize, various members, and they're like transparent versions of them standing before you as they were the last time you saw them, almost like wisps of smoke. And one of the kids comes up to you, Zinnia. I told you I'm okay. Thank you. And she just smiles at you and gives you a hug. And as this summoner begins to do this, they all slowly nod at you and begin to fade. Zinnia, I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Nine.
You look at Zinnia falls unconscious where she stands. And that's where we'll end tonight's session. As you feel just this moment, as you feel pulled from yourself. And we'll come back to that next time, as we will end tonight's session and come back next time in 2 weeks for the next episode of Fates Apart. Thank you again for watching Fates Apart. If you liked this content, please consider liking, following, subscribing, and sharing with your friends. Every little bit helps. Hope you have a great week. See you next time.